All right, guys, as I punch the microphone, let's get this started. It is a surprise. Nah, no whiskey stream. None of that shit. I had a wedding, so I got plastered. Yeah, yesterday was it? Yeah, pretty sure it was yesterday, so I got friggin' railed. Anyway, let me pull this up. We're actually going to... Bam! Oh, you know what? Let me cut that out. Let's play this and then we'll get on with it. Ready?
In a future world, one man's desire for vengeance brought him back to a time and place where events changed him in irreversible ways. But before that, there were beginnings of endings that altered the landscape of civilization as we had known it. This is the story of a changing world and how some lives changed with it. A story about survival from those trapped within the Doomsday Kingdom, where there's a bigger story to tell.
All right. Man, I love that trailer. I still want to do more with it, though, but we will chill on that. All right, so Doomsday Kingdom, I keep getting a couple people randomly, oh, man, I didn't know you launched the first volume, so we do have... Oh, well. We do have the first volume up. We're 64% of the way there. We got 23 days left. We know the last couple days usually will bring in a good chunk. So as long as we hit around 4K, the last day or two finishes it off, and we're definitely going to print. My main thing is I want to hit that 7K goal because of the bookmark. Now, we had bigger ideas, and we already know that we already went to print with issues 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we knew this would bring in a lot less activity than the single issues. And so far it has. I think we got about 50 or so backers. Thousands have looked at it, but 50 or so backers. And we totally understand. And we're getting a lot saying, we're sticking with the floppies because a lot of comic floppy fans. But for anyone who wants the floppies and then maybe the volume to read, I'm telling you, we're making sure it's a premium book. So if you're on the fence, it's going to be premium. And the higher we get that up, the more extras we're tossing in there. I'm already thinking of an extra upgrade to toss in there, like some sort of artwork, trading card, little mini print or something. That's not even on the list, just to do it, just because we want people who open up the first volume to be like, yo, listen, because the first volume sets it up in a big way. I'm really interested in discussing the final, story moment. However, volume 2 is where it's like, yo, we gotta get there. You'll see what I mean when it plays out. Volume 2 is just fucking nuts. All right, let me mute the desktop. Let me pull up the video game. I played Horizon Zero Dawn, and it's a beautiful game. I played it when it first came out. I got the collector's edition. I'm almost positive we played it on this on Make a Path Presents. So I loved it as far as the visuals. It was gorgeous, especially some of them where it has like the huge creatures, and I think I put it in the thumbnail. Those types of creatures, robots, whatever, freaking awesome. I bought the collector's edition with a little statue, and that was even cool. I like the look of the hero, with the red hair and all that. She looks Native American-esque, so I dig it all. Being a somebody who's a descendant of Native Americans. Blah, 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 and I can't even speak the English. Being raised with an understanding of that culture, going to powwows and celebrating it, having Native American decorations all over, my grandmother's house, and the music and just everything. That's up my alley. I dig it. I love it. And it's extreme post-apocalypse, right? This shit is insane. But it's also wildly creative as far as... It took me a minute to get used to the villains, because the villains are these robots. There's human villains too, but the villains are these robot things. You'll see in a second, because I'm about to fight the shit out of some of them. And I'll be real with you. At first, I didn't care about having robot villains. Like, I wasn't excited. I didn't care... What was that? At all. And I still kind of almost don't even care. I wish in part 2, because they're releasing Horizon, I forget what it's called. I wish they had a few, you know, flesh and blood, but that goes in contrast with the story that they put out. Anyway, so I played it when it first came out, and do I have to do anything here? And the favorite part of it, I thought, was hitting up some of the bandits, because they let you decide how to attack. It's just this one area, and you can do whatever you want. The landscape is amazing, but again, the story I cared so little about. I put the game down, I stopped playing, and then I just never picked it up again. So, with the coming excitement for The Last of Us 2, I thought, you know what, I want to put this in. It's an open world. It's kind of like, in a way, it reminds me of Days Gone, except for, obviously, the worlds are completely different, but it has that feel to it, that gameplay feel to it. Anyhow, yep, we're not doing any spoilers on this channel, so if you're not dense, don't talk about Last of Us spoilers, or else the mods will boot you and shit. So, what do you got? Whoop whoop, nice stream. Yeah, chilling. Yeah, we're chilling. Did you miss much? We just started. Did you watch PlayStation 5 reveal and see the new Horizon Zero? Yeah, I saw a trailer. I'm excited about it, but I tell you what, I like the dev kit for the PlayStation better, on some real shit, than the new PlayStation. I get it. It looks sleek. I get that's what they're going for. But I'm sorry, it looks boring. Maybe in hand, I'll be like, yo, this is crisp. But like my PlayStation right now, out of mind, out of sight. It's just a black box just right there. You know, just bam. And the white bitch, I'm going to do the same thing with her. You know, she's going to come in. Ooh, this is sleek. It's a fingerprint magnet. Okay. And I'm going to throw the hoe in the corner. You know what I mean? So, I don't think I'm going to give a good damn at all about the actual box. Now, I know the dev kit. If you look it up, go look it up. I understand it has this retro kind of look to it. It looks like old school, like maybe it's like a bastard Sega Genesis's cousin or some shit like that. You know, it has that over-the-top look, but I dig it. If the dev kit was it, yo, I'd put the PlayStation somewhere out in the open where you could see it, you know? I was torn between playing The Last of Us 2 and watching Ronnie's stream. Thanks to Skill Up Review, I have decided to cancel my pre-order and can now look forward and enjoy Ronnie's live stream. Skill Up Review. Wasn't Skill Up Review the good one? Am I thinking of something else? I thought Skill Up Review was a good one. I might be thinking of someone else. I put it in my Last of Us video. Somebody put a review up, and I could have sworn that sounded about right. But hey, if you're coming to hang out, that's what's up. I don't know though, Ruben. I think. I mean, out of one person's review, you're just suddenly like, I'm just canceling my order. I mean, listen, it benefits me. Do that. Come out and hang out. That's cool, but I would never in a million years, based off of one person's review, be like, yeah, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to people that I usually am 100% on point with, like Chris Stuckman, for example, his thoughts and opinions with movies aligns with mine a lot. And then there was this one, random movie where he said something about, he loved it so much, and I ended up loathing every second I was watching that movie. Every damn second I was just dreading it, just annoyed. So even when it comes to people who share your opinions, usually have this similar tastes. But again, Oh, man. Shit, too late. Was it? Oh, no, it wasn't. Yeah, bitch, give me that. Again, it's creative with these robots. See them here? The robot creatures, man. Wildlife. The story, though, I found somewhat predictable. As it was unfolding, you were... I'm pretty sure it was kept quiet, that it was like extreme post-apocalypse. So when you first start to play, you see like an old computer lab, and you start going, oh, okay, this is like, you know, our world, but extreme apocalypse. And initially, the concept is something that I've been thinking about for a while. A story that takes place where our modern way of life is hundreds and hundreds of years in the ruins, and we're witnessing people living among the modern world's ruins, and they live like the Native Americans did, or in the medieval times, you know? However, it's so wild with this type of, I don't know, robot wildlife, that it brings a different vibe and something different with the game. And again, I'm giving it a second chance. I'm not going to sit here and play it every single day until Last of Us comes out, but when I have a minute, I might play this game until that comes out. But something with this story, I just don't care. We must speak. Well, how do I speak?
So, it's time. Are you ready?
Just casually dropped a like, thank you, I guess. Yes, I'm ready.
Yes, I guess. It's louder.
You've never been so close before.
Last of Us 2 coming this Friday. As someone who's seen all the leaks, I'm really interested to see Ronnie's reaction.
Like home.
I don't know about
All I know is, according to people that are
She'll help you.
who know me pretty well,
Any other concerns?
like I say, I got 2 people I know that got early copies, and come on, see, I don't care about any of this.
Are you
And
sure you can let me in?
I've told you.
both of them, without talking to each other, they don't even know each other, said the same
The many
thing.
who pass are made brave,
The
there are
environment,
outcasts no more.
the gameplay, you're gonna love.
Not everyone follows the law like
One
you
said
do.
you're gonna be pissed, and the other one,
The trial
how did he put it?
Right.
He didn't say like you're gonna be mad, you're gonna hate it. The way he put it was something like it's not gonna go over well with you, something like that. You know what I mean?
I'm ready to
Anyway.
do this. See you back
I'm
home
great
in a few
excited
days.
for the surprise late stream. Thank you very much for coming by. I hate robot villains in any game I play. See, I'm kind of the same way. There's something about it. Robot villains and characters
This too.
in general,
Remember.
I just don't care. Is Austin in the chat tonight? Because I think I got to mod him before. Actually, never mind.
No,
You should be with the trial.
We're doing Last of Us on the Make a Path
I
Presents
told you.
Presents
I have that
channel,
figured
don't
out.
forget.
I'll come to you in secret. I'll be.
Because
This
I was saying that
Until now, I didn't.
for a whole year we would stream on that channel.
I must go where you will never find me. This
What do you think the price point will be for the PS5? Well, I'm thinking about $600 roughly, $556.
No,
If there's
you taught me how to
if
track.
there is a problem
Wherever you
getting
go,
the merchandise, not the merchandise, the certain components, because they're competing with a component that's found in cell phones. If
Every time.
the supply can't meet the demand in
I'll
some
be
weird
wearing
way,
this when I find you.
and they're forced to sell it for 700, 800, I know people are like, you know, I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound like a dick, but some people are being ridiculous. Here's the fucking truth. They could come out and sell it for $2,000 a pop. And guess what? Fuck you, you're going to have to deal with it. You know why? Because the people with money will buy the shit. The people without the money will just wait until they drop the price. You're not going to run away and never buy it again. There's probably like 0.2% of the, population of gamers that would ever not buy it out of spite. So no matter what the price point is, they're going to sell as many as they can for that price point. They'll drop it, and then they'll have another wave of sales for the people who can afford that new adjusted price, and they'll keep it moving. Now, they'll do that likely the way it is. Like, for example, they'll come out with 600, 650, and then they'll drop it to 450, and 450 will be the new standard. You know what I'm saying? Get your PS4 will likely, because of the 5, drop maybe $100 on the average. So get your PS4 Pro for what, 300 now instead of 4, and get your PS4 regular for 200 on average instead of 3. Now, I don't pay attention to the numbers. I know I bought my PlayStation 4 that I'm playing on for $200, $220 at a Target on sale. So it's definitely possible for them to make money with certain prices like that. Okay. Enter Mother's Heart. Well, why the fuck was I aiming the other way? Yeah, why was she aiming this way? I think I gotta do a trial. I've played all this a year, 2, 3 years ago. Resident Evil 8 looks cool, but almost feel I'd be more excited if it wasn't called Resident Evil. I'm the same way. Like, I know it gets tricky because they started veering off the path around Part 4. Now, Part 4, I didn't look into, like, behind-the-scenes scenes of gaming and all that. So I assumed it was zombies with stupid, like, fucking tentacles popping out of their head for whatever dumb reason. But I liked the gameplay, but I hated there was no, like, official zombies. But I guess if you look it up, it is actually parasites. And I was like, oh, well, that's dumb. Anyhow, so that's Parasite. And then it gets mixed up because 5 and 6 are... right? They're the same thing, but not, because they were promoted as zombies. I don't know. All I know is I think it's a cop-out that they're trying to keep switching it up. You know what I mean? Oh, it's not zombies, it's these fucking mold monsters. Oh, it's not zombies, it's werewolves. Oh, it's not zombies, it's this. If it had a completely different name, I would have been like, woo, you know? I'm still gonna look into it, but I'm nowhere near excited because there's something about a Resident Evil game without zombies, and I don't give a fuck if you're like, oh, I want my Resident Evil with anything. That's fine. I want my Resident Evil to be about zombies again. So, but on the flip side, for me as someone who's coming up with something that I want to make a video game about, fuck them, because I'm gonna make one with zombies in it eventually. You know what I'm saying? So it's one less zombie video game I gotta compete with my broke ass. You know. Alright, let's go do the mother thing. What is this?
Interesting.
Well, yeah, because I'm talking. Alright. Tired?
Hey, Lloyd!
You're yawning.
It's you, isn't
Going
it?
to bed. I love
Over
you.
here. It is.
Is that the
Aloy,
kid that fell
isn't it?
down? Love you, honey.
I'm remembering your name.
Are you really going to bed?
Are you the old
Time is
friend
it?
Tears
Shit.
told me about? I don't know you.
I see you don't recognize me. Well, it was.
I want to play a PS5 game Stray, where you get to play as a stray cat
You were
with a
half my
backpack.
size when you
I
saved
saw
me from a
that.
herd of machines.
Again,
I remember.
weird,
You tried to
fantastical
I
idea.
never forgot that
No
day.
more humans. I
All these
like
years, I
a
would
little bit
pursue
of
again.
concept.
If you came
The
to
thing
let me
that
approve it.
makes me hesitant
As you can
is
see,
I don't
you
think I
turned
would
out
want
to
to
be
play a
more
whole
fun.
game like that. I can't
Serve
see
the
how
drive of a
playing,
Stitcher instead.
you know, if it was a mini game and it's like, oh, I'll play 2 hours of this cat run
In
around,
prep-
I'd probably be like,
Cost.
yeah, all right.
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't care about any of this. And this is the problem I had with the first one. Hey, free sample box. With the first time I played it. I don't understand this. Do I buy it? So how many of these things do I have? Shards? Am I buying these things? There's nothing here that... Traded for... Token. Maybe I am buying them. I don't know. If a game has a really clunky interface, it also throws me for... Wait, what is this? Uncommon. Modification. Equipped. Okay. I thought that was my outfit already. That's a cool one. Wait, I might like that one actually. That one looks cool. I don't like that.
There. Seems to fit you perfectly.
Yep.
Well, it's yours.
You're not getting
Every
any
outfit.
tail, bro.
Anyway, you'll know it when...
Tirsa said something.
Yes.
Oh my
I
god,
did.
come on. Shut up. Alright, so I guess I'm in a different outfit. I can't tell. Have you heard of Penny Dreadful on HBO? I heard of it. I have no interest in it at all, though. Oh, I don't want to interact with that. Oh, wait, maybe I... No, I don't.
Hot as a forest fire. Major.
John, get down from there. Bad enough you're drunk. Why do you have to go climbing?
Oh, AP kicked some up. Kicked something up, huh? Days Gone needs a co-op mode and some DLC that would make it... Oh, shit. Wait, fucking for real? You can fall off the bridge right here? Why the fuck would they let you do that? Why are you swimming? Bro. You gotta be shitting me. You gotta be shitting me.
From there now.
Oh, that's just what you want, isn't it? For me to fall on my head.
Yo, do I open those? Skills. Use blank to tool to menu to lure a single enemy to your position. The target will be closest. Yeah, let's do that. Lure call. That sounds good. Weapons. Treasure boxes. Bam, I got something. I got that. Take all. Alright, so I'm doing pretty good, I guess.
What I want is for you
Alright,
to
let me
climb
read these.
What you want
Days
is for
Gone
me to
would
have no
need a
fun at
co-op
all.
mode and some DLC that would make it
Fine.
9.5.
Stay up on the roof all night if you want.
Yeah, I will.
I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, the initial game, that's what we rated on. I don't agree with that. Like, give us more or else you're not going to get a higher grade. I'm going to have to disagree there, Slizzle.
It's not my
But,
name.
I mean, from just a fan perspective, yeah, sure, go ahead. But if any reviewers pulled that shit, I'd be like, no fucking way, you know? Because you're grading it for what it is. Earlier today, I watched The Lodge, and it was fucked up. The Lodge.
Listen carefully.
It's not so much robots for me, I'm just not a fan of futuristic settings. Oh, gotcha. Some of them I'm not. I think they got it absolutely right, which is why I'm looking forward to your stream. One thing anyone can't deny is those fucking gorgeous graphics and the atmosphere. Yo, the atmosphere is... Listen. I think this is probably the one game I've been most excited for shit.
Aloy, over here.
It's been... Oh, come the fuck on. It's been a long time since I... Where the fuck would that guy at?
Or Aloy.
Oh yeah, you're here.
What are you doing here?
Careful.
No, they haven't
Pretend
started
like we
filming
never
season
met.
11 yet.
I
AP
wasn't
would have...
supposed to trade with
drinking
outcasts in the
thing.
wilds, remember?
How could I forget? And how generous of you to talk
And
to
then
me
we
now.
got
Don't be
Kevin775
And wait to see the
with a
looks of some of the
$15
stuff
dono.
you
Thank you
win.
very much, Kevin. I
And
appreciate
if
that
you need
support,
any
homie.
last-minute
My man,
supplies,
hope you and
I'm your
Juliet are
man.
doing well. Have a few beers on me. Nice. Happy early Father's Day. Excited for The Last of Us 2 stream. Can't wait for Doomsday Kingdom. Oh, bro, I cannot wait either, man.
I'll
Yo.
give you my best
Oh,
promises, I
yo.
promise.
I kind of wish. Listen, we had to do the floppies, you know. Again, we didn't know if we were gonna stick with it. We didn't know if I didn't know if James was gonna be like, you know, this got old, I'm out, and he bounced after an issue. Like we knew nothing going in, so we had to start small. So we started with the floppies. But man, I wish, you know, we probably should have just done a volume at the time on Indiegogo, and because it probably would have been, I don't know, man. Like the amount of people that we still have getting the floppies, it doesn't even compare to the ones interested in the volume. Part of me, I mean, listen, we're not nowhere near done yet. We still have 27 days, and I didn't even do any promotion except for those 2 videos. You know what I'm saying? So part of me, I'm interested to see where we'd be, but I knew we wouldn't break more than 10 grand at the absolute most. Again, just because all of our readers, you know, we've already been promoting to them for years now on this channel. So unless we can tap in, we tried, you know, we sent a issues 1, 2, 3, and 4 up to Ethan Van Sciver, said, yo, read them if you like them, whoop-de-whoop. He hasn't said anything about him, so I'm assuming it's not up his alley. You know, we sent it to him because he was a zombie fan. So we were gonna try to get on a show, but it's weird because, you know, they got Comicsgate and all this shit going on, and
Next time,
I don't like the fact that you just gotta shill your shit so much. It's like every stream you gotta, and I hate doing that. Like on other people's streams, I hate saying here's my shit, but you gotta do it. So I think what we're gonna do is just Volume 1 is just going to have to be a low sale type thing. And then when we do Volume 2, if we do it with all at once, you know, then we'll build up all our reader base. We'll bring them all in together, have a lot bigger campaign. Plus, Volume 2 is where shit gets crazy. Thanks to all the setup from the first 5 issues. Graphics in this are real good.
These envoys come to us under a banner of peace.
Yeah, if anyone's bummed about the potential of The Last of Us 2 being disappointing, watch Ronnie's playthrough. It will change that. I'm not really sure what he means exactly. Again, I'm avoiding spoilers, but I definitely back that sentiment. You know, if you don't want to play it for yourself, come by here. All I know is the leaks have not done shit for the sales, because I've been checking everywhere. I have a couple sites that notify you the moment they come back in stock, and Ellie's Ultimate Edition came back in stock today, and it was not announced. As far as I could tell, it was not announced. It was back in stock on Best Buy. It wasn't announced. No one said a peep. I didn't see a tweet, and it sold out in like 4 minutes. It was fucking nuts. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but that's the thing. It's not messing with sales. I'm dying. Sales at all. I hope it stays that way, because I got a steelbook I gotta sell. I'm gonna have an extra Last of Us steelbook most likely. My daughter wanted the version from the UK. It's got an exclusive cover, and somebody in the Map family was awesome enough to go ahead and pre-order it. I tried, but they won't let you buy it if you're in the US because it's an exclusive. So somebody in the Map family was generous enough to pre-order it, and they're gonna send it. It's the same person who sent my Joker steelbook that I friggin' love. So I'm going to have the UK exclusive steelbook for The Last of Us Part 2, which is awesome. It's got Ellie's face on one, a beautiful painting of Ellie, and then Joel on the next one. So I'm hyped for that. My daughter, that's the one she wants. And then I'm going to get the US one, which comes with my collector's edition. And I have no idea what it looks like except for the graphics. And ever since the beginning, I always was hoping they would change it, because I don't like the art for the US one. It's at an angle, so maybe straight on it'd look different. But it don't look like Ellie. It just don't look like her, you know? Anyway, how's it? What are you guys talking about? Out of the 200 plus games I own, this isn't one of them. I may have to grab it on sale. On sale, they have the digital unknown device detected. On sale, they have the DLC. I would recommend just getting it with all the DLC, because then you get everything.
Where did you find a focus? You're the only other person I've ever seen wearing a focus. Where did you get yours?
What? A Nora? Wearing one of these? That's impossible. Your tribe fears the old places, forbids them.
Who says I'm like other Nora?
Why, I guess you're not. If you've gone delving in the ruins of the metal world.
What's wrong?
Apologies. A malfunction.
Oh, Lynn? You making friends with Loke?
I'll...
Wait.
Yeah, I'm skipping all. I already seen all this, and I remember it too. It wasn't interesting then. It's not interesting now. Actually, digital with DLC is $20. For $20,
I thought your friend was gonna go down.
I think it's worth it. From what I've played already,
Really calmed the crowd.
just with
Thanks. I
The-
wasn't sure I could do it.
the atmosphere and
Nora
that type of
still pissed
gameplay in
with
open
Archer
world
about the
alone,
upgrades.
it's worth $20
Who can blame him?
experience for sure. That's why I view things a little differently. Like I said, I spent $150, $150 on a Days Gone collector's edition that went on sale for $100 quickly, you know? And
What else do you know about Olin?
do I
Really that
did I
interesting?
want to buy it
I'm
for
starting to
that
get
lower
jealous.
price? Yes.
Well,
But
he
do I feel
scours the
bad at the end of the
wilds
day?
when he
No,
messes
because
around
in all
you.
reality, I got
Exactly
every
the feels you want
cent
the man
of
guy
my
you
money's
should
worth
have.
in enjoyment on
Known him for a
just
few years.
playing the
He's a
game
loyal
itself.
companion
So
and
much
cares for
so
his
that I
family,
bought the
holds his
statue.
drink
That
well.
one I got on sale.
But
Yo,
besides
how
that,
funny is
not
that?
much to tell.
I got that massive Days Gone statue on a sale so good I paid a little bit more for that than the collector's edition. How fucking crazy is that? A $400 statue I gotta go look, but for basically half off. Just cut it right in half. I should go to the blessings. Yeah, I want to get out of
I
here.
should make my way to the blessing.
Yeah.
All right, we
Maybe I
got. I
shouldn't
feel like a lot of
say
fans
this,
would be
but
disappointed with the story.
obviously
Probably
you
the
don't
reason
belong in
reviewers
this
can't even
backwater.
comment on it, but I could be
I mean,
wrong. But
you're
from a
smart.
gameplay
You're
perspective,
obviously
it'll be a
capable,
masterpiece.
Well, I mean, look.
The only thing,
What are you talking about?
well,
You know
see, here's the
what.
problem though.
All right, if you ever
Sony
visit
doesn't
Meridian,
know
look me up.
what
I'll show
fans
you
are
around,
going
make
to
introductions.
feel
It'll be a whole new
with
life
it.
if you want it.
The person
I'll
that I
even
spoke
introduce you
to,
my sister.
well, I asked
She's
one.
got
He
more
hasn't
connections
answered
than
me
I
yet.
do.
The other person
I
I
thought you said
asked
she
to
was
about
captured.
Sony
Ha!
doing really
Captured.
restricted,
Yes, she got away. And-
whatever, is they said, listen, it's whether you love what's coming or not, and this is quote unquote, and I have no idea what it means. If you read the leaks, you will know or have an idea what is coming. Whether you love it or not, Sony, their main aim for it is more of a surprise than a fear of, oh no. And again, I have no idea what the fuck that means, but that's the reason someone on the inside told me for the more strict review process, embargo, whatever. And like I said, we got 4 days, and we're gonna rip it up. If it sucks, you'll be here June 19th, and we'll tear into it live. And back to the video game explanation about paying for Days Gone. I've got 50 hours of enjoyment into that game, plus 50 hours plus, easy. Now, with the look and what I know from my friends who've already played the game, from The Last of Us Part 2, even if I end up hating the story or where it goes or whatever it is, there's no way I'm not getting my money and just the experience and enjoyment of playing the game and the environment, being in that environment. Plus, it's content for the channel that we've been building up, so where the fuck am I going? So I'm cool. I'm good with it. Legit, the only reason I'm still getting the game is the atmosphere, graphics, and gameplay. I'm sure I'll hate the story no matter the context. Bug? It'll definitely be a fucking experience for sure. I'm going in for the atmosphere and the gameplay right now. That's it. It's the only thing I'm looking forward to, and I'm pretty sure that much I'll enjoy. So, did you see there's all digital download PS5 console also? Do you think it will be a different price? Yes, it has to be. That's the part of the gimmick. Not only would it be an insult if they didn't make the digital version a different price, because the optical drive costs extra bread. Absolutely. A lot, a little, I don't know. A good amount, let's say. A decent amount. So, if you have a digital drive, they're not installing that optical drive. Let's say in every PlayStation, the optical drive alone, taking that unit out, let's say it costs them like $20 or $40, you know, per unit, because I'm sure all their money went into R&D, you know. Building the actual unit for an optical drive is probably not railing them like everything else. So let's say $50 cheaper. Let's as a easy guess, because here's the thing, they'll sell it no matter what they price it. That's why I laugh when people are like, they better not go higher than $800. Fuck you, you just won't buy it. And listen, I'm not saying this to be like an elitist dick. I couldn't afford that, you know, but it's just the reality of what they do. They're going to sell it to the people who have the money to buy it. And if you don't, you just have to wait your turn. Pfft, bro, you know, that's why when I grew up, we didn't have money. We always bought 2 years into the console, no matter what it was. Nintendo, we got it a year, 2 years later. What year did it come out? We got it in 89. I got it when I was 5 in 1989. So with the Genesis, we got it 2 years into its cycle. With PlayStation, it was like a year. I got Sega Saturn the year it went under and they stopped producing it. I remember within months, they were pulling the Saturn games off of the shelves. I was sad about that, though, yo. I loved my Sega Saturn. Can't wait to explore those city ruins and see the new infected types. It'll be great to play. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that much will be. AP says, good night, Ronnie. Hope you enjoyed the stream.
This is for me. For all I did to make it here. And the answers I'll get after I win the proving.
Oh, Mother, hear our prayer.
Hey, Ronnie, what's up? What's up, Josh? Yeah, 4 days, brother. DKFC said, yeah, I just bought it. Of course, I just bought Killing Floor 2 and Ace Combat 7. I may have to use my 80 hours of vacation. Slow down, homie. We still got plenty more on the horizon.
Everyone always says last year's festival was better every year.
Hello, Olin.
I think this is part of what bored the shit out of me.
Why did you...
When you start this game, I understand they got like deep lore with the world and all this stuff, but just trim out some of this interactive bullshit. I'm fucking so bored. Get me out into the world doing shit. Get me back into the story little bits at a time. Get me back into that damn gameplay. But it's like, speak with this guy, listen to this girl, speak with this guy, go and do this. How about fuck no?
Must be this festival.
I have not seen the leaks, Josh. No, anyone talking about leaks are gonna get banned. So just wait your turn. We got 4 days. We're gonna be revealing it all on the 19th at 12 o'clock.
I've never seen anyone else with a focus.
And that's not for you, Josh. That's for anyone who may be new or just hearing it.
That's our name for the Oseram homeland. Up there.
Yo, DKFC, are you getting the Alpha Predator?
Half buried in loose soil, forgotten caves that the old ones bored into mountain rock.
I haven't played Ace Combat.
If you've delved yourself, you know as much as I do. Go to those.
Yeah, lower expectations may work in my favor. It's possible.
When we spoke earlier, you winced, then looked like you were in pain. Or frightened. Did your focus show you something?
It didn't show me anything. I told you. It malfunctioned. Happens all the time.
You're not a very convincing liar.
Do you always accuse people you've just met of lying?
Only the ones who aren't telling the truth.
Fire and spit, girl. I'm a plain hammered man with nothing to hide. You don't believe me? That's your trouble, not mine.
I don't understand. We have this device in common, but you can't wait to stop talking to me.
I already have all the friends I need, girl.
I'm used to being shunned by the tribe.
It's nothing personal. You should...
See ya, bitch. Enter the Hunter's Lodge. Oh, crap. Where's the Hunter's Lodge? I'd like to enter her lodge. Oh, shit fell. I hope we get a Days Gone sequel, because I wasn't really invested in the story, so unless they really fuck the gameplay, I'm sure I'll enjoy it. I hope they have more critics instead of woods, though. Or more cities instead of woods, though. I agree with that fully. I think the new Days Gone absolutely needs to take the characters to a new location where there's a part of a city. And you know one way to do it?
What did you say?
Find your bed, outcast, and dream of winning the prize.
Have a few areas where you can enter that city like, and give them some verticality to it where they can go up, but not every single damn room is accessible. And have that city end lead to city rubble, so that way it blocks off an edge of the map, you know? And this will keep some of those entrances that you can weave in and out of, and it lets you go at least vertical to some degree.
Whoa. Look
And
who's
it
come in
adds
from the
so
wild.
much, I think. That
The
would be so
motherless
freaking awesome.
outcast. I see you've still got a scar from where that rock I threw hit you. Now that's a cherished memory.
You can be a real lard sometimes, boss. Cut it out.
What do you think about the new Resident Evil 8 trailer? I think the trailer was really good. I want zombies with my Resident Evil, plainly put. If it's a good game, I'll take whatever we get.
Aw, you even try.
So this is how
it's going. You belong in.
You can sense it. You already know you're gonna lose.
I've trained.
Really? Confidence is quiet. You're not.
You know, I often think of the day I gave you that scar. It's a cherished memory.
You should cherish it. If Rost hadn't shot my stone from the air, you'd be missing an eye. But I suppose you leave that part of the story out when you tell it, don't you?
Yeah,
I branded you that day to.
All you did that day was make me stronger.
The cinematics
Yeah, right.
are crisp.
This is boring. You'll be the one surprised tomorrow, outcast.
Oh, are you gonna shut your mouth?
Oh, I'm so fucking bored of this. Let's go. Yeah, sleep. Let's get on with it.
So, your first day.
They
in
were all
Noah's
on
Ark.
sale.
What do you think?
Total wasn't even $50. Oh, nice. Skip.
Comforts and distractions. That's what I think.
Not all comforts are bad.
Comforts.
I'm more excited for The Last of Us 2 with
Sound just like my
the
mother.
Ronnie DLC. Nice.
You can always go back to living in the wilds if you have to. In the meantime, get some rest.
4 more days, yo. You could be playing Shadows of War instead of this. I'm good on that. I looked it up and yeah, it's not my cup of tea. It's not. It's just fucking not. It's not even close. However, I will admit, I would probably throw it in and be like, "Ah, this is cool, going around kicking some ass and being, you know." But it's gonna be one of those games where it's like, you know, finally, all right, I'll throw it in when I have absolutely nothing, you know. Again, I tried watching a few different trailers. I just couldn't see the fuss. Again, keep in mind that atmosphere in that world. It's not like, you feel me? It's not like the. Oh wait, what are we doing? Wait, are they supposed to attack us like that? No. Skip. Loot a second trophy. What the fuck do you mean? I killed a shit ton of them.
And again.
That's fucking stupid. This is so fucking dumb. I killed like 10 of them. That was my fault, because I didn't realize I only needed one.
Gotta catch up.
Yeah, I didn't realize I needed one. I was like, oh shit, I'll kill them all. You know? So, that was my fault. But after I killed them all, it didn't let me get a trophy from the one. Fuck, it won't let me shoot him.
That makes all but one. Is the outcast coming?
She was behind me.
Be strong, I thought.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna grab it if I can. Best
Dead
link
last,
to the
girl.
order from.
Might as well walk from here. Boss will win or Vala.
Wait, what did you say? Yeah, I'm probably gonna grab it if you can give me the best link to order from. What are we talking about here, DKFC? Let me know which one we're talking about now. I got mixed up. This bald guy reminds me of the same character from Black Sails. Sup, Ronnie in chat. Can't stay and talk, but we'll be lurking and listening. You lurking motherfucker. Work is running me into the ground. Hope everyone has a good night. Alpha Pred comes in the mail today. Can't wait. Yo, that Alpha Pred is fucking incredible. And even after I took him apart, I tried to fix the leg a little bit. Something was jammed with it. But when I was taking him apart to figure everything out and see how his armor looks and all that, I noticed it has so many different display options. It's crazy. Like those spear claw things that go in the claws, you can actually take them out and stick them in his back to give him this spiked thing. The one thing NECA did wrong though is the spikes on the left side, they cling together. There's nothing I can do to get them to look like, you know, two spikes like this. They just look like this, and it's so fucking stupid. And you could take his throwing star and you can literally put it on his back because it has the... Bro, the thing is nuts. It is really nuts. I hope some of these PS5 games they announced will be on PS4 also. Some of them will be, for sure. Days Gone sequel in works. It better be. The Horizon 2 trailer looked great. Yo, what up, Ronnie? Yo, what up, Mike? Fighting a horde in a city would be the shit, but I think they'll focus more on advanced zombies. Bro, here's my thought process on it. Grappling hooks for the skyscrapers. Let's say you get into the skyscraper. Think about it. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 floors, right? That's too many, but let's say you got 10 floors. A horde follows you into the skyscraper, and you start laying traps in the hallway. Bro, that's a game unto itself. Dealing with those types of hordes in broken down skyscrapers, that is so fucking awesome. One day we'll get a game like that. But so they're filling the stairwell. They're coming up the stairs. You could set traps, block this stairwell off, go to this one, or, and here's where the grappling hook comes into place. The Horde comes up, and because you have that listening mode, you can see that the Horde is on floor 3. You're on floor 5 because you ran up real quick. You go out the window, and just as the Horde is getting up to floor 4, you grapple hook down to floor 2. And then the Horde hears you or starts coming back down. And now you make your way down to the rest, to, you know, out the door. Do shit like that. So then you can lead a Horde into a building, and maybe you can even trap them and then blow up part of the building, even bring that fucker down. I mean, get crazy with it. Just get nuts. Like Batman said, get nuts. And then 2020 Batman, put nuts in my mouth. Fighting a Horde in the city would be ASAP. It looked great. The story seemed weaker, which I thought was impossible. I feel like I'm the only one excited for the acting, camera work, directing of scenes, music, etc. in Last of Us 2. They always nail that shit. I don't think you are at all, brother. No, we may not talk about all that at all, but if you go to my last... Listen, go to my last breakdown of the very last trailer. That's all we did talk about, you know? It's just harder to get a feel of those because they're showing us snippets so quickly, like snippet here, snippet there. But when they showed us that trailer where they followed her and the light was the danger and the threat, and she flew out a window, and then she got thrown over a thing, and then she ran out the door, the way it tracked it and the way they had the light and the threat in the background and coming for her, getting brighter, and then when she went out the door and did the whole reveal of the world and then over the car, man, listen, again, go watch my breakdown of that. That trailer blew me away. It's fucking awesome. Let me see. You should try out the Resident Evil remakes. They're amazing. I already did them. They're already on the channel. I played them both, you know? Yeah, I don't know about the story, but the gameplay for this game is fire. I don't watch The Walking Dead anymore, but Nicotero's comments mean jack shit. Don't they always hype up every finale? Why, did he say something? Shoot the green tubes on the backs, Ronnie. Oh, yeah, I'm far back here. Pre-installed Last of Us 2 yesterday. Ready either way. Not worried about internet talk, thankfully. Ronnie, thoughts on Greg Nicotero saying the last 2 minutes of the finale will people's jaws drop? I'm going to have to agree with Wankstain. I like Greg Nicotero, and it's nothing against him. It's just when it's 10 years, you hear the same thing 10 times a year. This episode will leave your jaws wrapped around your nuts on the floor. You know, it's like after a while, and keep in mind, when you say that about everything and only 50% of the time it's really actually crazy, you get to the point where I don't care what they say. I don't care how they hype it. I agree with Wankstain, man. I don't give a fuck, man, because you hype it up 10 times a year, and again, 50% of the time, it's not even that crazy, even when it's stuff I like, you know? It took a while for you to watch Game of Thrones, but when you did, you liked it. That's very true. That's definitely very true. Manhunt for real. What did Greg say? Oh, Alpha Predator. Here's the thing. Yeah, let me look. Here's the thing with Alpha Predator, John. They, for some reason, only did a limited supply. So, on eBay. So, right now, they're pushing people to go to Target to get it. Big Bad Toy Store is sold out. I believe Amazon is sold out. Who else? Entertainment Earth might be the only one. I'm going to give you the link now. Yes, they are. They still got it in stock. So here, I'm going to, if you want it, get it now, though. This bitch is selling out, bro. Here's the thing, though. If you're getting the Predator for just the code, you know, I know people getting doubles. I'm giving a code away myself. I'm going to do a giveaway on if my pre-order goes through. So if you're getting it just for the code, bro, people are going to be giving that bitch away. I know people buying 10 of them. You know what I mean? So one guy's buying 10. He's buying one for in box, you know, one for display, one for to rip apart to army build, another to display without the mask, another to display in his office. You know what I'm saying? So there's going to be codes going out the ass probably. I can't have them give me all the codes, but I'm sure some of them are going to give me codes. So if I ask them if they're not doing anything with them, and then I'll do giveaways. Oh shit, look at this. You can either get it. Yo, right here, Amazon. Oh, no, fuck that. Fuck that. Amazon tried to do a slick one. Someone tried selling it for $62. Don't do that. They're going to restock it. Don't overpay for that. $30 on Entertainment Earth. I put the link in the chat, yo. Go there. Sorry, I was looking at this artwork for The Last of Us Part 2. The hype is real, my friends. He's probably just hyping it up, but then again, Lincoln said the Season 7 premiere would be hard to watch, and he wasn't lying. Again, you know, they're right sometimes, and other times, not so much. Have a good night, Spin. Yeah, that was the last... Well, that was one of the Last of Us dioramas. The Last of Us diorama I'm working on now is for a video that will be out, I think, a day before The Last of Us Part 2 drops. A day or two. Because I finally got to notice that my Last of Us thing I bought for a video is fucking finally here from China. Took a month plus. So,
No way but forward now.
holy shit, what was that?
Come on now. Stop dragging.
Come on, bitch, come on.
Gotta keep going.
The outcast. On the old trail? Is she crazy?
Come on, go.
Good. I'm gaining.
Something's going on with the game. It has real laggy input right here. I mean, I ain't mad, but... Rappel down? Repel? Oh yeah, I remember this now, doing repelling. That's bomb as fuck, boy.
No, hurry. Keep at it.
I'm going. Stop yelling at me, yo. The pressure. The pressure. Run, goofball.
I've trained my whole life for this.
I know, you can chill, bitch.
But I had the wilds. Precision. Not enough. Must be perfect.
I don't understand what's going on. The game, I remember this game to be real smooth, but it's like she's tripping on rocks or something. It's weird.
Come on, you can make it. Can't let them beat me now.
Woohoo! You see it, bitches? Yeah. Suck on that.
She didn't win! The outcast cheated! An outcast win the proving? Never. For she is a brave now.
You did it.
As are you all. So long as you put your trophy on the altar.
How ridiculous is it, our issue with race and being offended and jokes, especially in a video game? You know damn well the asshole is white and the girl who's like nice to her is black simply because it's 2020. Well, I mean, you know, it's like that time when this game came out. Which is, it's a small thing, but in reality, how much more of that is going to keep seeping to where an artist can't just do, like, if I want to have a villain, you know.
They can't shoot if they're dead. Keep them busy.
Am I limited? Can they only be white guys? I don't think so, because that sucks. Why limit it?
Let's go. Now.
Oh, wait.
Too many of them. We can't win.
Yeah, just... What?
We can't hold them! Oh, Mother, help us! Kill the invaders! Kill the defilers!
Can I fucking go up there
They're
though?
too strong! We can't stop them!
Oh shit, he got it in the face.
Keep fighting!
And then again, maybe it's not. Maybe they were just like, these are the characters I want. And then it's like, alright, it is what it is.
How many are there?
He's a whiny little bitch though, Jesus. Wham!
Watch out! There's more of them!
Too many of them!
Try to run.
Ah, I thought he was gonna move.
We can't hold them! Oh, Mother, help us!
Holy shit! How did I do that?
Kill them! Kill the invaders! They're too strong! We can't stop them!
Oh, you got blasted, bitch.
Kill the defilers!
Who's yelling at? Shut the fuck up, brother. Who's yelling at? Midnight, you can Google the article. It sounds awesome, but who knows what AMC?
Now, descend while we have a
So you
chance.
need to send your ideas to Ben Studio ASAP, man. I will. I'll send that idea. I think that city idea is friggin' awesome. Holy shit, he's got a gun! I need at some point to find NECA Predator Throne on the cheap for Alpha. Same! Bro, I didn't have the money to grab shit when the Throne came out. Not like that. So I knew I wanted to grab it eventually. I knew I wanted to get it eventually. Oh shit, you little bitch. Bro, I'm a monster with it. Who are you kidding? Oh, you're getting back up? I think not. Oh, ho, ho, you missed like a bitch. Yeah, but I need that throne too, desperately. Oh. Ooh. Got him right in the face. Yeah, I need that throne, like for real. I highly suggest people watch Peaky Blinders. That's on my list. NECA making big bucks with Predator. Oh, for real. Any theories on what will happen in the 2 minutes Greg Nicotero was talking about? I have no theories. How's life, Playboy? Yeah, I'm taking it one day at a time. What is it, Ronnie? Some figures? What do you mean? Hey, there he is. This was predictable too when I first saw it. It was like, okay, I'm surprised. The ones I ordered from Limb Toys don't ship until Q4, or is CC Toy figures... Oh. Yeah, I don't fucking care about this. The one I'm getting for the Last of Us video, I already talked about it. It's the Ellie, the 1/6 scale Ellie from CC Toys. Now, the diorama I'm making, it is... I'll give you guys a sneak peek. You want to see it? Yo, it's only practice because I'm making my main diorama display. I'm making that one for the Limb Toys Last of Us. But peep this. This bitch is awesome. Well, I think so. Maybe you guys would hate it. But... Alright, so... See, the one from... This is the one that I'm using for the video before The Last of Us Part 2 comes out. But this was also just practice for the main one I'm doing for the 6-inch Last of Us ones. Just to clear that up. So it's a brick wall that's really, old and beat up. And it doesn't have its finish yet. It's got to get blood splatter. There's also, the idea was this part is going to be crumbled, but I was able to do the Firefly, whatchamacallit, vandalism, spray paint. This part of the wall is going to be broken down, so it'll go like this. But I did the whole base of the wall first. And so there's more coming. Search for the light. Whatever the Firefly saying is going to go here. This is where Ellie goes. This is where Joel goes. And the saying will match between them. And then I put magnets down here. So it looks pretty good, don't it? I mean, this is my first diorama, basically, like this. First brick wall I've ever made. But I think it looks friggin' awesome. You got bricks missing. And, oh, here's the cool thing, yo. I'm an idiot because I didn't paint it the same way, but the bricks that are included with the 1/6 scale, when I was already, done with it, I decided I made the bricks to match the scale of the ones that come with the figures, so that way it matches the ones that come with the figures. Anyway, but I took out a brick so that way the brick can actually go on the wall. But I should make one with the 1/6 scale, the same color as the brick, so that way when it's in the wall, it doesn't stand out so much. Anyhow, something stupid I was thinking of. Anyway, so you have the brick, and then you take... Now, this isn't done, so fall back on that, You got a little bit of gravel on this side. You've got the grass side, which is... I'm leaving it. I'm not doing it because... This originally was going to actually be that grass that miniature people use, but you need this static machine and you can't have figures stand on it. It's just a pain in the ass. So this is it. I should have made it concrete. But anyhow, this is my first attempt at doing concrete. I'm not happy with it. I got some changes to make. But the idea is it's broken rubble here. So you have a little bit of broken rubble. And then this is Joel's side, Ellie's the grass side. So you would take, this one has magnets on it too, so you would take the back base and then bam. Wait. Oh, alright. You would just magnetize them together. So then once you have them magnetized, you take your optional mound for a grave, you take your optional cross, so that goes there. You take your optional rocks. I don't know. They were going to go where the cross was, but then I made a mound of dirt. When this is done, it'll have a holder that you can stick the cross in. And then we have this nice post-apocalyptic. Again, it's not done yet, but it's mostly finished. It's going to have vines on it, and parts of the wood are going to be broken. That slots in and slides back. Oh, shit. Get out of there, bitch. That slots in and slides back. Then you could take another piece of the broken fence. There's a couple more pieces. When it's all said and done, it'll have a few pieces going off to the side. So Ellie will go here, right next to the little baby grave. And then it has to be a baby grave because a big person would be too big of a grave. And then Joel will go here. So this is for the 1/6 scale, Joel and Ellie. Oh, you bitch. So that was practice for the bigger. I'm sorry. That was practice for the smaller Joel and Ellie's that are going to be 6-inch. Because when they're smaller and I'm releasing them, I'm hoping to do a nice enough diorama. I already contacted Lim Toys because I've been talking to the one guy from Lim Toys. And I'm hoping we can get an early review. Like, I already have my pre-order up. If they want me to put my order in or whatever. But try to get the figures in early to put a YouTube video up, because it doesn't make any sense if everyone already has the figures and then I put the video up. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, I'm going to make a video regardless just because I'm a fan, but when it comes to like making the video to highlight them, to promote it, it doesn't make sense to do it later. So that is practice, not just for The Last of Us, don't forget. It's also for Doomsday Kingdom figures. When I make them, the dios that I make will be used in the photography to sell. On the website, I'll put the Doomsday Kingdom figures in front of those dios, and we'll be able to take pictures of them and have real nice images up. But some of the smaller items I'm going to be maybe making to do for sale on our website and stuff. I'm not really sure. Like, if we have something specific we can make in-house, let's say we make 50 of them and they go with our figures, then boom, we can start selling, accessories that we make in-house for the figures. The ones I ordered from Lim Toys. I think The Walking Dead has lost its suspense. The plot armor is so thick now. The original group, you will know. Blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, I think The Walking Dead lost its shit because of budget. No, the budget is a big deal, especially when, as it plays out, you need a bigger budget to do bigger things because of where they're at in that world. If you go anywhere, it's got to be destroyed for years, so automatically you need a bigger budget right from the rip, because everything needs to be dressed. Like, if you have a modern day TV show and you ran out of budget and you need to really you could just go down the street and film something. Guerrilla style, bitch, let's do it. But for The Walking Dead, you need to dress everything. The set, I mean. So, if you're filming outside, you need to pay some asshole to go throw fucking leaves around just for an outside shot. Unless you're in the woods. And again, newsflash, that's why we're in the fucking woods all the time. That's why The Walking Dead visually, it's creative, like, visual, as far as visual goodies, it's draining because it's just woods and other shit, all tarps on the fence, that gimmick. I think there's a number of reasons, but X says perhaps I think The Walking Dead make up for it in the Rick movies. Maybe. Somebody says something I agree with too. Wait. Where'd it go? Personally, I prefer to keep my entertainment separate from real-life events and politics so I can understand where you're coming from. I'm the same way. Here's some fucking creepy shit. I wrote on launch day for Doomsday Kingdom, I wrote this thing about the world events in my story. Now, keep in mind, I wrote this story years ago, and there's a group called DART. It's Disaster Aid Relief Tacticians. And they go into areas that were riots, disasters. Well, the reason that DART was created in my comic Doomsday Kingdom. Now, this isn't in the comic. This is backstory that you'll hear about, eventually down the line. But what ended up happening is there was this big race war. Now, within the race war, There's also something else that pops off, but within the race war, and this is before the outbreak and yada yada yada. So there was a race war where they were protesting, so it got real political, and they didn't want to attack the protesters, so they let them have their little hoopla. Well, they ended up taking over this building. One building turned into, two buildings, and two buildings turned into a block, and a block turned into, 10 blocks, and 10 blocks turned into this whole section. So they ended up, it was like 40 some days of this. They kept growing and taking over areas. They kicked out all the law enforcement. They were doing their own country, so to speak, in this section that they booted out. And again, they were only utilizing the fact that, taking advantage of the fact that it was political bullshit at play. So what ended up happening is someone rose to power inside this area, and he ended up fucking it all up, being a monster. So what happened is they created DART to deal with this, but also in another part of the country, there was this disaster. So they created DART to go in there and handle all these different things. It's not law enforcement, it's not police, it's not yada, yada, yada. So it's this separate agency that can go in, and it's like medical military. And they had this propaganda to make it seem like these guys were the answer, and DART was secretly, they would go in and they would execute the leaders, like let's say for the protests and the people that rose to power. So they go into the zone and they end up making a deal with, let's say there's 10 leaders. They made a deal with 5 of the disgruntled ones because the main guy leading it just was, like I said, a monster. So they end up betraying him, killing him, and DART ended up killing them. And then they stopped that and they gave it back to the to the community and to the people, and it was normal again, so to speak. But there was also a disaster, and there was also this this small mini group of clan that grew even bigger. It was almost non-existent again in this world because there's just, the natural progression of things. Everyone's getting along. Everyone's moving around into different areas, so you're getting less and less pockets of little racist pockets. So the clan was almost wiped out, and because of the race war that popped off, the clan started rising up again, some of them, and they created this one little group that would go around, and it was like a horror movie where they would hunt people down, and they were lynching people at night, and you'd find bodies in the morning. I mean, it got real bad. It was real fucked up. And again, that's part of why, like when you read in the one comic, you'll see something that relates to that. And it's, in a way, it's kind of like a revenge thing. Those who have read some of the comic, again, none of this is in the comic except for sprinkles of, you see a DART truck. Well, that's the history behind DART. You see, maybe some hangings, and that is kind of connected with the story, but it's world building that's not in the comic that you get when you read the behind the scenes stuff. But what freaked me the fuck out was, apparently in Seattle, there's people that took over like 5 blocks of area, and they won't I think they took over like a police precinct and all that. They won't let cops in there. And when I heard about it, I got right on the phone and I told my artist, I was like, bro, and I told him this, that, and the third, and I said, look up Seattle. He lives in the UK. And I was like, bro, that's the same fucking shit. So it left me, somebody who wrote something that sounds like it was almost prophetic in a way. Well, I was like, well, I can't even put that in the comic, even when I want to. Because, again, it's not coming for a while yet. And, again, it's only backstory. We don't see it. It's only, announced, oh, this is how it started because of the race war, whatever it was. I dislike putting politics in entertainment so much. I won't even put a fake thing in my comic because now it has kind of happened in real life. That's how bad I don't like putting shit in my book, in my work. So, but it freaked me out a bit. I was like, what the fuck, do you really want Daryl Carroll to die? Wait, what? It's really obvious now, too. The Last of Us 2 has issues. You'll know when you play it on the 19th online. To get meme to hell and back. You really want Daryl Carroll to die? I'm on the fence buying Alpha Predator. I think cool, but honestly not my favorite Predator look. Yeah, DKFC, if you're on the fence about it, I definitely skip it, because if you're just wanting the skin, there's definitely a way to get you the skin. Because I know I'm buying 2 for sure. And if they still have him for sale in a couple months, I'll buy another one. Like, he's the fucking bomb, you know? He's one of my favorites. The Walking Dead killed the best ending it could have had a few years ago. Everything after Carl's death and Rick's departure, but completely different.
I bled out. Why is no one here? Where am I?
You think that looks incredible? Yeah, let me read some compliments while I'm at it, yo. I want to see it. This is sick, yo. Make a badass display. Thank you very much. It took me a little bit to do it. You should be in the board meetings helping these people market shit. Thank you very much. I think for my first NECA has to be Michael Myers. He's my all-time favorite. If you're going with Michael Myers, I didn't want to get him because it's boring. White head, blue jumpsuit. Ooh, you know. I bought the 2018 Michael Myers, just, you know, white head, blue jumpsuit, and comes with a pumpkin. He is an incredible figure, man. It's so crazy how just in what they did sculpt-wise, it looks like they shrunk him from the screen. It's worth every penny. The 2018 one. I don't know about part 2, Michael. I still want to get it, but every one I've seen in stores has like a funked up paint app.
Good. But where's my focus? It's here. Okay.
When you see Ronnie's ideas, then see what they put out, you get the sense they don't care about us, laugh out loud. Well, here's the thing, though, is when I put out ideas for what they should do, I'm just basing off of me as a fan, and I'm not taking into consideration budget, how much that would cost. I understand they got to deal with budget, I really do, but the problem is, it's the shareholders or whoever is taking more money than they should be. Bro, they're making hundreds of millions of dollars profit, not like in sales. That's what they make. The AMC and the Walking Dead TV franchise is making hundreds of millions of dollars, and we're talking several hundreds of millions of dollars profit.
I'm not gonna find it.
What is 10 million added to the budget? What? Several $100 million of profit. What the fuck is 10 million added to the budget that'll make you even more money because now fans aren't jumping ship? The insanity. And you know why they do it? Someone just asked me the other day, well, why do they do that, Ronnie? Why do they do that, Ronnie? Do you know why? Because the people with money want as much as possible right now out of their investment. And when The Walking Dead goes under, they'll jump on the next big hot hype. That's it. That's the only reason they do that shit. Because they know something else is coming up, and that is going to be the next fire, and they're going to jump on that, and they'll rock that out until they suck the life out of it, and then they'll jump to the next thing, and then the next thing, and they'll keep it going.
Didn't build this place. The old ones did. Why? There. With the rest of my things.
What? Yeah, it's pretty freaky. Ronnie is the next Nostradamus. Bro, you know what's creepy? That's not the first time that happened. That's happened a couple times where I said something or made up a fake story and like the exact thing happened. And I don't think it's really not. I kid about Nostradamus, but I do think there's just like a freaky coincidence with certain things. Like there was a few things that, like in the world of Doomsday Kingdom, there was this rise in terrorism. There was this race war that popped off, and like I said, I already told you about that horrific kind of clan thing that rose up. And again, because it's scary, it's creepy, it's freaky, but also there was this thing the terrorists did where instead of, you know, picking these ridiculous complex targets and whatnot, they just decided to go around and have like these little pockets mimicking like serial killers, going to this neighborhood. Let's say one is a traveler or a trucker. So instead of them just going into an area and killing themselves and killing a bunch of others, you know, in this book, they would go out, or in the story, the novel, they would go out, kill one here when they were in this city, then one over here. And that thought process behind that is random killers, especially serial killers, when it's so random, they're so much harder to hunt down because you can't make the connections needed. Oh, this was an ex-girlfriend. This was a passionate, you know, this was something that went wrong. This was a greed. This was friendship that's, you know, I don't know. So there's, even in when you read Doomsday Kingdom, they mention how there was this terrorist attack that shot up a 4th of July. Just people going to have fireworks, you know, going to watch fireworks. And the terrorists went and they attacked there.
It is easier if I show you.
But part of the idea, it wasn't just like, I want to make this world sick and cold. I needed it to be because we needed Dart. Dart is important and integral to the story. And there's other things too. Now, keep in mind, one big difference is I didn't in a million years in my story think people would say, we don't want, you know, police abolished the police and they created Dart. That's not it at all. They needed a new face to strategically maneuver. It wasn't, you know, get rid of law enforcement and create Dart instead, this new type of police. Like in Doomsday Kingdom, they have these traffic cops that aren't cops. They deal with strictly traffic. That's it. They try to take some of the edge out of certain things that are going on with the public. So this traffic area will handle this, and if any disputes raise above a certain citation needed, it would be passed off to law enforcement. And this freed them up to do other things and to just divert shit with the community into other things. But
does my mother look like me?
Again, so it's like
short hair.
You see these similarities in what people are doing, but at the same time, there's solid differences. Here's a big question. What's the toilet paper situation in the world of Doomsday Kingdom? Right now, it's fine. later on down the line, I don't know about that.
Come.
I remember in 1999, in 7th grade history class, read textbooks about Armstrong's predictions. 2 steel birds crashing into giants. Freaky deaky shizit.
What is this place?
The Great Chamber, where All Mother slew the Metal Devil and gave birth to you.
Yeah.
Aloy, the Proving Massacre was just the first of many disasters.
Yeah, they do have some cringy things popping off. Is Aaron Paul always acting, or is that just him? Man, that I Take Responsibility vid was just brutal. I may have to watch Hank beat the fuck out of Pinkman on repeat with a fucking clown. I don't know, man. I like Aaron Paul. I cringed the entire time watching that. Fuck. Yo, I don't know how celebrities are so... Bro, I don't know how they're so in such a bubble. When they make such a fool out of themselves time and time again. I don't get it, man. I'm telling you, if I ever get to the point where I'm making millions of dollars, even if it's 1 or 2 million, I'm gonna know 100% to shut my fucking mouth. Because people who are struggling or people who are busting their ass every day, the shit for them is different than you and your fucking fancy house with no problems, you know, because you're rich as fuck. Oh man, some of that shit is cringe like a motherfucker. Especially that one person just got caught. 2 people I recently read about. One guy was a journalist and he was all like, yeah, burn it down, burn it. Now he's talking about, you know, poor neighborhoods and neighborhoods that have businesses from other people in the neighborhood, and they're even black-owned businesses, and he was like, "I'll burn them down." And then when they got to his neighborhood, he was like calling them monsters. How fucked can you be to not have any self-awareness there. There was another woman who was talking about something about doing, I forget what it was, but it was doing some shit, and she lives in like $1 million home and rich as shit, and it's like, what, bro?
If the goddess spoke, it must be so.
Man.
Sister, for once, Lansra, join with us.
This will be your sin, not mine. Send her seeking, and may she never.
Yeah, bro. That might be it.
You are. In times of
I think that might be it, yo.
Purpose might take her.
Even beyond the book.
Yes.
Just being out of touch.
So I can go anywhere at all. No restrictions.
Even to forbidden places, like the tainted lands beyond All Mother's sight.
I see. You said the Nora sent a...
Yes. But it was ambushed.
Do you know where the killers were?
No.
I'm going. I don't want to fuck. Yeah, I like Jesse Pinkman. I like Aaron Paul a lot, man. But fuck, man.
Speak to Varl, and he will point the way to Meridian. If any Nora tries to stand in your way, Aloy, make sure they know you are a seeker.
Oh, I will. Thank you, Tirsa.
May all...
But you can't win. You can't win no matter what. You can't win with people. A big part has to do with, you know, with the masses, there's always a good chunk that are just fucking stupid, you know? And it's hard to really unite when like 40% of the world are fucking stupid, you know? And that includes every town. 40% of people there are fucking stupid. Every area, every race, every gender. 40% are fucking stupid. It's just how it is. I mean, give or take. There's so much stupid that it's difficult to fully unite on a lot of topics. Me, as long as I have, you know, I just want to create. I just want to create stories and let people fucking use it as some form of escape and get enough enjoyment out of it. And that's it. Just leave me alone. I want to create my shit and I'm fucking done. You know, just fucking leave me alone. I'm off in my own little world doing my thing.
Keep that for later.
I wonder if I should be crafting shit. Modify weapons. What do we got? Her. Modify. Handling. That's... Wait. Bow. Value 50. Handling 80. Well, it's got the same handling, so what the hell? No, I think that one's better. Oh shit, look at this. Nora Brave. We got that ugly ass outfit. I don't like that. We got that ugly ass outfit. Fuck, that's so ugly. Oh shit, what can I do here? Stealth weave. Resist fire weave. When games have shit like this, I'm so terrible at it. Adding stuff and crafting and putting magic things in slots. Yeah, like what the fuck did I just do? I put another bow and arrow in a slot? Why? Let's see. I don't know why I would even need that many fucking bow and arrows. Alright, so I got this bow. Aw, threw a rock. I got that Repo. It's all the same shit. Watch. Yep, it's the same shit. I don't understand it.
Aloy! Aloy!
You don't have to yell, idiot.
But I didn't know for sure until I saw you.
Big problem with people today is they're so one-sided on topics. There's no middle ground. It's awful.
okay.
But that is a growing problem. We have a lot of different issues with people nowadays. And, you know, one big issue with just how people treat each other, which gets problematic, is
I should be on my way to...
Be safe, Aloy.
it's one punishment for all crimes, especially when it comes to cancel culture. One punishment. You're canceled. You said something bad 10 years ago. You wore blackface for a comedy skit 20 years ago. You're canceled. You were insensitive yesterday. You're canceled. You know, it's one punishment for all crimes. You're a fucking monster. You're canceled. Oh, you're fucking touching women when you shouldn't be. You're canceled. Oh wow, the guy who said a stupid joke, offensive joke 20 years ago, gets the same punishment as the guy who is violating bitches? You okay? Twitter, you make sense. Wait, I'm supposed to leave, right? Talk to Resh. Where the fuck you at, Resh? So that is one big problem. And we don't have, like, for example, if something is on fire right now, I seen someone yelled at, was it Jeffrey Dean Morgan for not talking about BLM or not talking about it right away? It might have been Jeffrey Dean Morgan or someone else. I have to go look. But one problem that we're having is, let me make sure I word this right.
It is the end of the Nora. Perhaps even the
Hold on, I lost my train of thought. Let me make sure I get it out properly.
the motherless girl back on her feet.
Oh fuck! What? How? It's how I have to word it. Okay, so someone has, oh, perfect example. They had this mayor out in, I don't fucking know where, someplace I don't live, and they pulled him out, and he looked like an absolute joke. You know, they pull him out, and they're like, "Will you abolish the police?" And he's like, "I can't do that. What are you kidding me? That's the most ridiculous shit I've ever fucking heard in my life." Now, they didn't word it like, "Will you make serious reform?" Yada yada yada. They didn't make it logical. They said the most fucking retarded thing ever. "Will you abolish the police?" Which is the fucking most retarded thing ever. Even if you want to do reform or trade it out, newsflash, genius, whoever you're getting is just the new police. I mean, how fucking out of your mind do you gotta be? They should literally just change all the uniforms on cops. We fucking got rid of cops. These people are now the community champions. You know, just give them fucking red and yellow uniforms or some shit like that. Repaint cop cars. Bro, because that's what you're fucking doing. Unless you want to sit down and have a serious conversation about reform, which they need to be. Here, let's start there. Let's start here. No kneeling on someone's fucking neck. For 10 seconds, let alone 10 fucking minutes, you dingbat. How fucking hard is that to start making reform where it's like, here's a problem, let's not do that. Okay, here's another issue, let's do de-escalation. Let's make it so we have to do this, and this. Nope. Will you abolish the police? Now, he was like, I can't do that. The immediate response is to attack, shun, and exile as if he's like the worst piece of shit in the world. That's the society that is the 40% of retard that I'm talking about. We have 40% of mentally diversant, is that a word? I'm calling them fucking stupid. We have a portion of people that are so fucking stupid. You can't even give them what they want because they don't know any fucking better, you know? And I'm talking about people as a whole. Again, everyone, like I said before, I don't care where you're from. I don't care what's between your legs. There's a little less than half of us are fucking idiots. Because if you said something that they disagree with, they don't come back with, nah, bro, what about this and this and this? Nope. They go, you're terrible. You shouldn't live. You shouldn't work. You should go homeless. You're a piece of shit. Yada, yada. Even if you have a bad take, the 40% of the world wants you canceled today. You know, like the Karens are out in full fucking force with a bad take. You can word something poorly in 2020, 2019, 2018. It's been going on for 5 fucking years now. And instead of being corrected in a nice little debate, you're enemy number one. You're Al fucking Capone. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a huge part of what we are dealing with as a society. And when you actually take that Twitter trash and apply it to real life, that's why you have people, news articles that say, okay, protesters, you won, you know? Yet they're still fucking burning shit down. What's the point if when you get your win, if you don't change course and say, okay, now let's put the new shit into effect so we can all have a better life moving forward? Because there are certain truths. There's definitely certain truths. No one enjoys having cops around them, especially when you're running late. You might have been speeding a bit. They'll fuck up your whole day. Do you know how many fucking times I got pulled over and I heard, I haven't been near weed in years, right? I may be around people that have it, take a couple pokes. I mean, I haven't in my possession had weed in years. Every fucking time I get pulled over, sir, I smell marijuana in your car. You have something you want to tell me? No, the fuck I don't. What you mean you smell marijuana in my car, man? That's your ass crack, you stupid bastard. Stop fucking with me and let's, you know. I had a cop recently that was like, sir, is there something you want to tell me? I smell weed in your car. And it's like, I laughed. I was like, brother, we can waste both our time. Look up my rap sheet. It's been over a decade. I haven't been in trouble. Bounce the fuck out, you know. And he laughed and was like, all right. Every other one, pull you out. Search through your shit, waste your fucking time, 45 minutes, an hour, and I've learned to tame my shit. You know, when you give them some lip, they beat you. Done. And we live in this world where instead of, focusing on making those corrections, no, we want to focus on what fits our narrative. Because why? I don't know. Let's just fix the problem, and then we'll worry. You know what I mean? Because I can't use my life experiences and apply it moving forward in some sort of way where it's like where some of these other people are coming out. Because we got so many people coming out and they're like, yeah, I'm white and my life's been so comfortable. My life fucking sucks for like 85% of it. What the fuck you talking? I came out of work and a cop almost shot me because the power went out. I was in my apron. I was wearing my chef's hat. And this trembly bitch almost shot the fuck out of me because I was using the headlights of my father's truck because the owner needed me to because he couldn't see the buttons to shut off the alarm. The alarm didn't even go off yet. You had like a 3-minute and then you had to do the power went out. Storm or someone hit a telephone pole, some shit like that. The whole power goes out. I'm like 17. I run outside, aim the truck at the front window. And again, that's one of my first experiences. I was crossing the street one time, 19, coming home from work, tired as fuck. And cop car speeds up, and then slams. And I'm like, and I didn't move all scared when he comes up. He got out, threw me in bushes and fucking made fun of me. What are you going to do? And, a few years later, one cop was like, why do you not like us in this town? And I told him about that story, and he was like, that never happened. I might have done that. No, that never fucking happened, you know? There is an authority problem with law enforcement. And guess what? On the flip side, they're not all bad, you know? There's some really good cops out there. But the problem is there's a lot of fucking assholes that got power going to their head. But there's so many of those assholes everywhere you go. Look at Twitter. Look at Twitter Karens. When they get they get bloodthirsty when they cancel somebody. They're scrolling. You ever see a Karen on Twitter? Like, they're just fiending for that next cancel, bro. They don't care so much. You see so many times where someone flips the fuck out of something that's not even offensive because they got like this. They need their fix. It's like an addiction. Cancel culture has been becoming an addiction to some of these fuckers. They are fiending to cancel somebody. This shit is crazy. It's crazy. We need to... That's why I said, listen, I live my life... I haven't done a racist thing in my entire existence. You'll never pull skeletons out of my closet. Never wore blackface. Never fucking thrown the hard R at somebody. Yada, yada, yada. Never. Fucking pull my card. Never in my life. I was raised a descendant of immigrants. When I was young, because of my name, we were harassed by people who were rednecks with the, what's the flag? Come on, Confederate flag. I don't relate to a lot of those other people's stories where they say some silly shit that I don't understand. Yeah, I just don't relate to that. I don't know what the fuck. Do I jump out of here? Talk to Rasha, the new warp chief.
Since when?
Since I was anointed a seeker.
You? Bad, but to nerd? No.
If you think Tirsa and Jez, or do you only...
I am the Nora...
And I am a seeker, so do as...
Come on, come on, come on. Skip, bitch. Alright.
Ready yourselves. Today we fight a curse. A demon. Oh, Mother, give her strength.
I lost track of what I was bitching about, but...
Gotta get in position. Here it comes.
Oh, wait, position. Where's my position? Oh, shit. That's my position.
Watch the Striders! It's driven them mad!
Oh, fuck. Oh, I remember that nasty shit. Oh, fuck. Come on, man. Well, I thought I was going to get rid of these little ones off to the side, but... Oh, fuck, he's coming for me. Shit. What? The fuck you mean, man? Oh, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble, it ain't fair. How in the fuck am I out of shit, yo? I messed that up. Oh, fuck. I need to find some of that green, homie.
It's down! One of these things marched with the killers at the Proving. How does it possess other machines? What's its secret?
Alright, that was a little weird. Fucking sensitive morons can't believe we used to live in caves and hunt saber-tooths and shit. How our society's become so spineless. Yeah, it's gone crazy. Like I said, you can't have a talk. Like, I'll come at somebody rough, like I'm just bitching and moaning about 40 Cent retarded, but I'm amplifying a point. If somebody was like, I have a different opinion or perspective, I would sit down and chat with them. I mean, it really doesn't fucking matter. I'm nobody. I'm literally some asshole who's creating stuff to entertain you. That's it. Fucking leave me out of the rest. Just, the only thing you gotta do is, you know, stay your distance and just leave me alone. Society can do what it wants. But if it wants my opinion for whatever fucking reason, here it is. You gotta stop thinking somebody with a different opinion is your mortal fucking enemy.
No space.
What? I mean, what? Families being ripped apart, friends, neighborhoods, neighbors being ripped apart. Just, that's the direction we're going. Just because people think a different opinion equals mortal enemy. And that's been building for a while now. And again, it's social media. It's, come on, do I not go out? Oh, examine the demon carcass. That's social media conditioning on our behavior. Behavioral. Why can I never say that fucking word? Behavioral conditioning. That is behavioral. Why the fuck can't I say that word? Behave. Behavior. Behavioral. It's behavioral conditioning. Years and years and years on social media, snapping at people that have different opinions. We are now with that conditioning and with kids and growing up in that environment where you're snapping. That's all you do. Oh, this guy thinks the PS5 looks good? Well, you're a fucking asshole that needs to die painfully of cancer of the asshole. Fuck you. You know, that's how we act with people. And that sort of behavior, again, it's bleeding into how we are in real life. And a lot of us old heads, hopefully, some of us are a little more, you know, aware of that. But for a lot of people out there, it seems like they're not. So when you say, when one person says abolish the police and another person says, yeah, well, no. You shouldn't go to war because there is a middle ground. There's a middle ground with almost every issue. And there is a middle ground. You can, in fact,
I need to find a machine and see what
you can, in fact, do police reform that I think everybody would be happy with, you know? Wouldn't it be fucking awesome to have a stress-free, you know, all right, you were speeding a little bit, you got pulled over, it ain't that big of a deal. You know, we got these tax fines here, 20 bucks here, 50 bucks there. However, would that become a bigger problem for the people who don't mind paying to abuse that? Imagine if speeding was just a $20 fine. People with money would speed every fucking where they went. Death from vehicular homicide, accidental, would rise. It would have to. I mean, that's just the way it is. The more speeding, the more chances they're not paying attention, the more crashes. So, okay. Again, I just created something, a logical debate within myself that made my original idea that I just crapped out of my mouth a dumb idea. I accept it. That's stupid. But now let's look at, maybe the cops don't need to fucking grab your nuts and fondle your car every fucking time they pull you the fuck over. And I get it. I may, and others, absolutely a lot of people out there, may go through the same thing because I'm a convicted felon. So when I get pulled over, he knows who he's dealing with. He's like, oh, okay, this dude's a convicted felon for drugs. he's fucked. Every time the cop gets out of the car, he knows, or he believes, I got another win. I'm going to find whatever I'm going to find in this guy's car. Maybe they don't need to do that. If you're speeding, if you take a right on red when you're not supposed to, whatever you're doing, maybe they just handle that and let you on your fucking way. These are the things that I think would benefit our society. Less stress being pulled over. How many times were you stressed out just seeing the police and you don't even got anything illegal on you, but it just stresses you out knowing they're going to make you late. They're going to waste your time. Maybe they're going to find something. Maybe they'll find powder, dust that they claim is something and it's not. Tell me that's never happened before. Where it's like, oh, well, the testing kit says it is, you know, because it has this malfunction thing. But in reality, it's not. Yet you just wasted time, sat in a tank for hours, your whole day shot. I mean, or worse, you're in there locked up for a bit. What up, honey bunny?
I was wondering if I could go to a dollar store tomorrow.
Dollar store? Sure.
Okay, thank
Yep.
you.
No problem.
Do you think
Why
one
the
of my
dollar store?
packages are coming tomorrow?
I gotta see my phone.
I'm pretty sure one of them is coming tomorrow. The pop
I think the
socket.
pop socket's coming tomorrow.
The phone case should be coming tomorrow too, because we ordered that.
Yeah,
like,
but it depends on
2
when
days
they shipped
before.
it, and they didn't even ship it yet.
It's okay. It's probably gonna be shipped tomorrow.
Well, it says Thursday, and they're usually on point, honey.
That's why I said it's probably gonna be shipped tomorrow.
Okay, you don't need to talk back to me. I'll get up and handle that. You know what I mean?
Dude,
What? I'll fight you right now.
I was only
Alright.
saying.
I'm just kidding. I'm buying everything. I don't even know.
Anyways, what were you saying about the dollar store?
Yeah, we'll go.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. It is late. Let me finish this up, and we'll go to bed, because it is late, brother. Oh, I don't want to
Yeah, I
buy
love
back
you.
anything. I love you.
You're the
Love
best.
you, love you. Thank you, buddy. Alright, maybe I can get here, save it, and what's this? Oh, fuck. I don't know if I want to go there. I don't want to go there. Let me... You know what? No. I saved it here.
It's your sister, Olara!
Shut up. No, I'm not doing it. I'm going to save my game at this campfire. I'm going to answer some questions, and then we're going to go to bed. Well, you're not coming to bed with me. I know you might want to, but you're not. I'm going to bed alone. Alright, so. I think I would be a great ruler. Let me rule you, chat. Let me rule you. Cancel culture is not going away anytime soon. I'm afraid it's here to stay. I agree with that. I agree with that. It's not going away. They wielded that power. They're not giving it back. Fucking sensitive morons. I can't believe we used to live in oh yeah, I already read that one. I tried this game. It was just never for me. I can't lie. I love open world games. Just never hit for me. That was part of why I stopped playing it. I love the visuals with certain things. Oh my god, yeah. But the layout when it comes to crafting and equipping and you're like right now, I have no fucking idea when I'm in those menus, and it's so, in my opinion, ugly in its structure. I don't even want to fucking learn it, you know? And again, I'm not big on those where it's like, oh, take this thing and add 5+ power, or this adds strength, or this fire. I know that's popular, but I hate that shit. I think it's just annoying. Anyway. Yeah, get rid of cops so we can kill and steal in peace, please. Retarded bastards. Well, here's the problem with... First off, here's one problem with people saying abolish the police. You all mean different fucking things. I looked into it quick because I thought it was one of the most ridiculous things ever. Now, police reform, it's like, yeah, fucking everyone can, most people can agree with that shit. There's even some cops that are begging not to do, like, for example, mental health calls. There's cops that are, tons of them that are like, fucking, please stop making us go to these calls. We would love it if you stopped. And you know, people are ignoring that. They're like, you think they love going on all these? Do you know how difficult it is? I've dealt with someone who had a breakdown with a job before. Do you know how fucking difficult, stressful, and just like on nerves it is dealing with that shit? It is like, holy fuck. I mean, I knew people that were touched, just, you know, friends of a friend, and it's like, jeez, you know, that shit's like, man. But here's a big problem is 10 people say abolish the police. One person means abolish them is get rid of them, but give us neighborhood cops with a different name. But that's what you're doing. You're trading one uniform for the next. If you don't think that one's going to have corruption, everyone does. But it's our job to root it out. That's why we need a system of checks and balances. But, you know, God forbid we talk about these things. Another person means abolish them, but reform. Another person literally means get rid of them completely. So that's why it's so hard talking about it, because everyone picks up these words, you know, but they're all meaning a different variation from each other. So it's like when you say that, yada yada, just like I know this is going to be a tough pill to swallow, but for a while now, the BLM movement, Black Lives Matter movement, has caused a lot of friction with some people. And you see some people that are just like, you know what? They're staying off to the side like, no, I don't support the movement as far as the group. Black Lives Matter as far as like, do human lives matter? Yeah, that sentiment, yeah. But as far as like the group, and you'll have so many people that are like, they just don't understand why someone would say that. They immediately attack, though, instead of understanding, oh, it's because that person watched the group that were saying BLM, that were saying kill white people. Google it. You know, watch the video. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying they represent the same group you're with. I'm trying to show, well, I mean, this is clearly why I'm on the sidelines. This guy says BLM. This guy says I'm not fucking supporting it. This guy says, oh, you're the fucking devil. You're racist. And this guy's like, no, look, here's the video. BLM saying kill white people, kill the cops. And again, I watched the videos for myself. They're saying that. And some of those videos are years old. They've been saying it for years. And again, don't leave me out of the equation. I'm trying to show people why this person is saying, nope, not supporting it. But you can't have those conversations for some reason. When it's like, but there's your answer. So approach them and say, you know what? Yeah, I've seen that too. I don't fucking, that's not what the main movement. No, we don't shun that. Yada, yada, yada. Or else you're telling them to be a fucking idiot. I'm never going to support someone who says kill white people. Are you fucking crazy? You would never do that. You out of your fucking mind? I wouldn't do that for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not racist. I wouldn't do that for anybody. I don't care what you're saying. Again, if you approach someone like that and they say that, it's an immediate attack instead of just going, you know what? Yeah, I see where you're coming from. And then kick it with a different type of, I don't know. I'm not in the know. So you're going to have to weave a web of those people are something different. Those were instigators. I don't know. Say what you need to say. I think Divergent was a book turned into shitty movies. I think it was a saying in a movie I liked, and it stuck with my head, like 12 Monkeys. The Last of Us 2 haters are within the 40%. We'll talk about that when it's time. Karen's, Ronnie, you've been watching TikTok. Karen is like a years old thing. I always get triggered when something becomes new and it's new on something else, but it's old from something else. And then people are just like, that's what it's from. And it's like, no, it's not. It's not at all. It's from this, you know? Look back. Karen's been the complaining, where's your manager lady for a few years now. I think I heard of Karen in like 2016. Yep, now we can scan your plates and your whole industry pops up. Yep, now they can scan your plates. Oh, yeah. Man, cops really just abuse any power they have, because when they put the badge on anybody, there's nobody. That doesn't apply to everyone, of course. It's cancel culture. Where's that? I don't know what that did. That does apply to everyone, of course. Cancel culture, get their fix from a few likes on Twitter. Yeah, they do. Oh, Antebellum. Well, that's another tricky thing, too. We have... I don't even know what happened to the dude, but some dude got, fatally injured, I think. I mean, real bad. Fucking around with a statue. It's like, what the fuck are you even doing out there? Anybody? What are any of y'all doing out there? You don't like it? All you got to do is ask. You know how many times... I think they were on a kick years ago to rip down statues. You know how many times I'd read, like, oh, this person, this group doesn't want... They're signing petitions to take down this statue or this statue or this statue. It might take you a few weeks, a couple months, have them rip it out, pop it in a whatever the fuck. And again, keep in mind, I have a weird background. Like, I'm a descendant of immigrants. They immigrated from Sicily and Poland. And also, don't forget, we have Native American, in our bloodline. So I was also raised, well aware in the culture. Going to powwows and just, again, absorbed in the culture as I'm growing up. So I have a lot of love and appreciation for the culture itself, the music, the sounds, the look, the visuals, the imagery, you know what I'm saying? Like, the whole nine. So I have a real weird, like, when I went to school and I'm learning about people that were essentially killing Native Americans, yet they're in the history books, they're talked about like it wasn't too bad, Like, I think Andrew Jackson was the president who essentially put the Trail of Tears into motion, or made that happen. If y'all don't know what the Trail of Tears is, look it up. It's fucking heartbreaking. It's essentially a trail of where they're shipping Native Americans, go that way, and they're all dying as they're traveling, just, falling off horses, falling as they're walking. It's deplorable. I mean, deplorable. He's on our money. I don't give a fuck when I'm spending a $20 bill. I don't give a fuck, because it doesn't matter. Statues, I grew up in a neighborhood where all our streets were generals from North and South, maybe. Meade. That's the only one I remember. I mean, no, I'm joking. There's a ton of them. Sherman, Meade, Northampton, right? Oh, shit. I unplugged my shit. They would have to rename the entire area. I don't give a fuck, I don't care. But if other people care, all right, voice your shit and then have the systems to make the right changes. One thing I don't agree with, though, is erasing history in a way that is, like, ridiculous. I don't know why I came here right now. My class is going on. Nice. People don't realize there are rules for a reason. Just falls down to stupid ass cops who abuse their power, pulling out a gun when you're 31 and a 30. That's something that we can control, though. Not control. That's something that we can. That's something that we can address, though. Here's the thing, and this is what gets me. No matter what you do, you will have flaws. You will have some form of corruption. You will have some form of friends looking out for friends. Cops they live and breathe. They go on the job, right? No matter how much you fucking hate most of them, they go on the job, in a lot of cases, risking their lives, and they have their life saved by their partner or somebody in their department. Do you think that person saved their fucking life? Do you think they're going to throw them under the bus? 9 times out of 10, no, the fuck they won't. They'll go to bat for them. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm trying to tell you how it will continue to fucking happen no matter what you do. You could call them anything you want. You can call them community guards. You can call them, LPs. You can call them whatever the fuck you want. Anything you want. You will always have some form of corruption. You know, you will always have some form of negativity in anything you do. It's just the way it is. Cancel culture, a bunch of bitches. Ronnie, you know what they say? Kemosabe in hell, everybody loves popcorn. Hell yeah. The BLM movement is all over the place. Love what it represents, with so many people taking advantage of it to push their own views. You're going to get that with every label. Every friggin' label. We talk about Comicsgate because essentially the whole idea is stories first. Don't run in here and say, no, you need to do this, this, and this because of this, this, and this. Stories first. You know, the story bows to nothing. And that's really important. Imagine, take a story that you love. Like, if you love The Last of Us, just, oh my God. You know, just, oh my God. Imagine if someone came in there and was like, yeah, this is good, but the diversity quota wasn't quite reached. So when you meet Sam and Henry, Joel and Ellie are going to die and you're going to follow them. Or whatever. You know, Ellie's going to die and you're going to follow. Or Joel's going to die and Sam's going to die and Henry's going to take Ellie. You feel what I'm saying? So when the story bows to nothing, which means you have the story set however it is, however it plays out. When you get to the point where people are pushing for these other changes just for something superficial, it's like, no. Again, that's where I draw the line. And Comicsgate has people in it that are fantastic, just story. They just want to focus on good comics and good story. There's also a small minority of them that are assholes. No way around it. And then there's a couple that are literally anti-Comicsgate, but they jump on Twitter and say they're Comicsgate and say the most raunchy shit. And you can usually track them by how ridiculous they sound, you know? That's the problem with labels. Like, if you hated the BLM movement for whatever reason, you could make 10 fake, Twitter accounts right now and go online and be like, yeah, BLM, I want to kill every white person in the world, da-da-da-da. You're now giving the movement this really bad optic, for many that'll see it and believe it. Because in 2020, it's believable. That's one problem with labels that you're never going to get around, so as long as there's no definitive, doctrine where it's like, if you say anything outside of this, like let's say BLM movement, anything that's racist at all, I don't care who it's towards. I don't care if it's towards Asians, Hispanics, blacks, whites, anything. It's condemned by the BLM movement. So if anyone says it's not supported, then maybe, sure, that can fight labels. But until you have things like that, labels will always pull people apart. Because you'll always have other people taking your label and adding to it. Oh yeah, I'm BLM, but I hate people who watch rom-coms. I want them all murdered. It's like, oh, what now? I just wish everyone could get along and not judge a person over their race. That's never going to happen, ever. Couple stories. I had a really good friend that was black and from Brooklyn, right? When we first met, he was kind of standoffish. And later he revealed he hated white people. Fucking hated them. And he tells me, I didn't want to, kick it with you. I didn't want to kick it with any, white boy around this area. Which makes sense because we got guns pulled on us quite a bit being in a black neighborhood. Yo, white bread, whoop-de-whoop, got to get the fuck out of here. And I'm thinking fuck, what the fuck are you? Wow, bro. That's a bit excessive. That's a bit much. That happened a number of times. True shit. So what became one of my close friends told me, yo, I hate white people. Fucking hate them. Well, why, bro? Why? What's up? Tell me the goods. Because if I get in trouble, it's a white cop. If I go in front of a judge, it's a white judge. Because, again, in his neighborhood, all black. Straight up. Maybe a couple Hispanic here and there, but all black. Whatever. That's what he's telling me. He did say, you meet some white people here and there you are exchange pleasantries with, but for the most part, that's how it is. anyone who's usually white in his life causes him problems. And then he moves to a neighborhood that's more diverse than where he was instead of being in that little neighborhood. So he's around a lot more white people, fucking white bitches, hanging out with white boys, getting high with white boys, becoming really good friends with some. And then he was like, bro, that shit living like that fucked me up, you know? So he'd be revealing shit like that to me. I knew another guy, white guy, lived in a white neighborhood. Went a little bit outside of that neighborhood, went to a bar, came out of the bar having the best time in his life. 2 black guys run up, pistol whipped him, beat his fucking ass, you know? And then he's like, starts building this anger, like just, he sees black people on TV, whoop, whoop, thug life, motherfucker. And yes, you're partially responsible, you know? You as well are partially responsible, because when I was growing up, that was the shit, you know? Thug life, we're dangerous, fear us. And then now it's, when people fear them, they clutch their purses. Now it's like, oh, that's so offensive. Motherfucker, you wanted it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Let's not beat ourselves in the heads, bro. You wanted to be feared. Now you're feared, and it's like, oh, shit. But anyhow, so white dude gets like 2 or 3 terrible luck. Fucked up luck. You know what I'm saying? White neighborhood his entire life. Gets like these really bad, like they fucking, in one instance, they beat him so bad he's in the hospital for weeks. He's around white people all the time, never got robbed. Couple scenarios, got robbed and almost murdered, just beat to death. Gave them the shit too, and they did it just to laugh, you know? They did it just to laugh and make fun of him, how quick he was like, listen, I don't want no problems. Whoop-de-whoop. Oh, you bitch, you punk motherfucker. And it just enraged them more. That's his experiences. So ever since then, he was hardcore. Like, I saw change. I was like, dude's gone. He's gone. There's no coming back. There's no coming back. Again, now you could condemn either one of them. You can condemn white guy, black guy. 2 people have experiences that push them into a corner where with a certain race they're like, nah. And now this started with culture again, and it makes sense when you look at how it starts, where you're in a village. Everyone in the village wears orange hats. You start traveling now on these weird things called horses you found, and all of a sudden you're finding people with green hats, you know? And, you know, it's, I don't know, because I'm so close to the people wearing orange hats. Now we're with green hats. It's that, like, oh, you know, like, is it safe? Is it cautious? Yada, yada, yada. Culture and racism originally, I don't know. It seems like it was a natural progression of being cautious because of something that's just different. That's outside of whatever. In 2020, you would think, with cell phones and videos, international travel, and I bought something from China, it fucking shows up 3 days later. You would think more packages from China would show up that fucking fast, but I swear to God, blank Joel head. It shows up in like 5 days. Maybe not 3, but you would think that we would start breaking down more barriers. However, again, there's more problems than just random, you know, white people being racist. The damn racist. And I think the reason people ignore all the bigger problems, and again, if we stop ignoring all the problems, I think we could really start knocking down walls. But it's difficult to say a truth I just revealed. You know, gangster rap was the shit. The majority wanted white people to fear them. White people fear them. And now it's a problem. That is the truth. That's a fact. 100% true. Well, where do we go from here? All right, how about pop up and say, you know what? Fuck yeah. All right, you know what? I added to what became a growing problem. So let's work on that. Da-da-da-da. And that's all of us. I mean, in some way, shape, or form, we're all to blame in some way, shape, or form. Even in stupid ways. Like, I was a huge Tupac fan growing up. Bought all his albums. Maybe if I didn't buy his shit at all. You know? Maybe if none of us bought gangster rap. Maybe that shit wouldn't be what it was down the line. Maybe it wouldn't have escalated. And again, that shit played a role. Because it's all the movies. It's all the this. It's all the that. How many different communities weren't diverse? And every time they saw a black guy, it was being a thug on TV. thug. That's what's waiting for you when you get the verse. You know what I'm saying? That's what's out. And again, we're talking the 70s, 80s, 90s, where it's not like the internet, and you can see a little more clearly that it's a lot more diverse within attitudes and, you know, the content of character. It's not all like what the fuck is the movie? Come on, man. What is that fucking movie? There's two of them. It's not all like Menace to Society. You know what I'm saying? It's not all like that at all. How do you like the game? This game is... It's tricky. I need to get out here. I'm now in the open world. I already played it before, and the story kind of lost me a bit. We're playing the game Horizon Zero Dawn now. No, we're done. Romana, we're done. We're done. We already played the game. We're done. The game's not playing right now. I see you. You're like, bro, play the game, bro. Yeah, a minute ago I said we were done. I wish there was a sign where it's like the stream is over. I'm just like, you know, ranting and talking to the chat at the end of the stream. We're done, though. No more game. I like the rap song by Joyner Lucas called I'm Not a Racist. I really hope we evolve past this shit. It's so tiring. I'm tired of everyone walking on eggshells out of fear of getting canceled. Some bullshit. Oh shit! I think I hid your comment on accident. Ronnie bro, shut up. Laugh aloud. Don't talk about Last of Us 2 anymore. Oh, how do you like the game? I think it's all right. I'll like it a little more maybe. Do you listen to Skybound podcasts? Talk Dead to Me? No. You got so many stories left my you rock being a podcast. Jasper Scooby. So I hate all black people just because of a few idiots. I don't know. I've never done it. I mean, you're asking me something that I've never done. I don't know how to correct that. I'm telling you of a life experience that I've seen from people. And again, there's a reason why I said I met someone from Brooklyn that hated all white people, because every white person he ran into gave him problems. You know, and there's a reason I did that version and the other one. Because in some sort of way, it's like a wrong that's justified. And this is where we get so many problems. I've said this time and time again. Some people don't listen to certain things, but justification is one of the biggest reasons we have so many problems. When people start justifying the bad shit they do, like my buddy, he justifies what he did because every white person gave him problems. That was wrong. The other dude, white dude that I knew, coworker, justified his racism because he got fucking destroyed and robbed. Again, he had just shit luck. I mean, his luck was just fucking like, goddamn, bro. Like, damn. But it's not justifying. And we see it now. We see it now where people justify cancel culture. They justify racism. People justify racism towards white people on a minute basis just because they're white. Fuck them, They're white, fuck them. I don't know. My family wasn't even here when there was slaves. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. Leave me the fuck out of it. All I know is I see some things through life experience, and I had a fuck ton. And I'm just telling you a story, I mean, I don't know. What you guys do with the story, you do with it. You don't fucking like it or care or want to do anything with it. I don't know. I'm just giving you an example. I personally think a big part of what is going to keep people from knocking down walls is because our egos, A lot of people aren't going to say, fuck, you know what? I think I have contributed in some way, to the world being fucked the way it is. You get a lot of people that won't say that. I mean, you'll see celebrities saying that, but they just want to be on the mob, the masses good side. They don't really give a fuck. If they did, like Anita Sarkeesian, whoever, she was just recently in the news outing some guy who is a huge asshole and sexist, whatever the fuck it was. Yet she took mad money off him with no problems. She didn't turn around and give all that money back when he was paying her. he was cool, even though he was a mad dick, and she admitted she knew it, and she just turned a blind eye. You're going to have to look up the full details of all that, but if she really cared, if the person really cared, if they were like, you know what, I benefited from this, and I'm gross, they would be like, look, here, I got $200,000 from him, from this, whatever it was. Here, I don't want it. Just, I'm going to put it into this charity. Then maybe I'd start believing them. But we see so many people who are saying things that line up and are easy to say. And again, that's why when it becomes easier. Like when you see celebrities saying protest and looting is two different things. If you think otherwise, you're fucking insane. It's literally two different definitions. That's why we have words, because they mean different things. When we start, squishing the two together, it's like, well, why the fuck we make different words if they mean the same thing? So when you get people who are looting, and keep in mind, we've seen lots of cases where people, and it breaks your heart. Like, there was a video I watched from 1992 with the LA riots, and oh my God, this black dude's in the street, crushed, gutted. He's like, I made something with my life. What the fuck you tear it down for? Because they burned down his shop or something. I'm telling you, man, listen. That shit is old as fuck. It's from 92, and it was still hard to watch. Just the pain in his voice. Where his own neighborhood burnt his shit down. His life's work, man. You got to look up the video if you want to just see true pain. There's people that are rich as fuck egging looting and burning and destruction of property for people who are immigrants from Vietnam. There was one woman. There was another black store owner. There's multiple ones. They just keep parading. These people are in the community. This is not as easy as just like, it's a building, And then, I'm shutting it down right now. And you get rich people going, do it because it's comfortable, because no one's burning their mansion down. It'd be a lot different. Their hired security would have you on the front lawn. Done. All right, let's shut this down. Ronnie, you ever watched the TV show Lost? Yes, I have. Would love your views on it. Maybe one day. Store list? All right, let me shut this down, and we'll check that out.
You could look at it, but I'm most likely paying for my stuff.
Okay, I'll check it out in 1 minute. I don't want to keep them waiting. I'm actually shutting it down right now. Wow, that is one list, bro. All right, thing I noticed is they all acted the same. Sluizel, unfortunately, that generation is going to have to die off before the nonsense changes, but I'm hopeful for the future. What Sluizel say? It's true. As a 6'4", 265 black male myself, I've had women clutch their purse or gotten to the stairs from people. I don't trip or let it hold me back. I got stories for days, bro, but it doesn't shape me. Well, one day we'll have to chit-chat about it all. Ronnie, you ever watch? And again, not one story is the definitive answer. I'll be right there, kiddo. It's all about putting all the stories out there and everyone getting a different perspective, puzzle pieces essentially, to how to fix the problem, how to overcome things. And again, we all of us, every single one of us, not some. If you're someone who is pointing the finger at other people, you are part of the problem. You are part of the bigger problem. You should be pointing two fingers, one at them and yourself. Because we're all part of the problem. Ronnie, you ever watch TV show Lost? Yeah, no, say that. How do you feel about Dwayne Wade and his wife letting their 12-year-old son dress up as a girl? I don't even know who Dwayne Wade is, bro. I have no idea. No, we need another movie night. No, come on. Get going. No, come on. Get going. I gotta shut this down. We need another movie night. We're gonna have one. I'm a little late, but we'll get one. I don't think it'll be Land of the Dead because I want to try to get right into that, but we're gonna do one coming up. Trust me. And I don't know who Dwayne Wade is, and on some real shit, I don't give a fuck what they do with their kids as long as it's not abuse. If it's not abuse, then fuck it, I don't care. I got my own kid to deal with. Again, outside of abuse, I don't give a shit. All right, thoughts and opinions in the comment box about anything we talked about. I do got to get going, though. I want to read my kids' shopping list. That's a mile long. All right, love you guys. Thank you very much for the support. And don't forget, unless I get canceled quickly, go down below and check out Doomsday Kingdom. It's on Indiegogo. You will not regret it. Volume 1 and 2 is going to be insane. All right, love yous. Good night. June 19th, The Last of Us. Part 2, baby. See you then.